Ta-ta! Hi, I'm Ines von Teich Swimmer, and after 7 months of working on a project in my profession, I am really happy and eager to share our experience and knowledge with you and have more time for this channel again. Today we are talking about something that's very important for many of us in Europe at this moment. And when you have a look behind me, you can see it. The water level of our schwimmteich went down a lot. So many people now ask, what do I do? Does it dry out? Does my schwimmteich dry out? No, it doesn't. Do you have to refill? No, you don't have to refill. When the water level sinks, you have 3 possibilities.
Your channel for swimteichs. Nature in your garden and water that's alive. Enjoy watching.
One is that you refill every week a little bit. That's definitely the worst thing to do. Second possibility is that you determine a certain level, and when it sinks under this level, then you make your refill. And the third possibility is you always wait for rain. Now I see that it's quite difficult to say wait for the rain when you know that the whole summer there won't be any rain. That's a special thing that we don't really know here in Austria, because we always have some rain during the summer, even if it's not much. But I will come to this afterwards. Now let's just talk about climate like here in Austria, where you have rain sometimes. So the best thing is to wait for rain. The system is constructed in a way that the water can deal with a sinking water level. That's why the edge is 25 centimeters high, and that's because the Teichdoctor knew that the water level can sink and it doesn't do any harm to the system. So why shouldn't you make a refill and wait for the rain? That's easy to answer. It's because the rain has the least nutrition in it. If you take water out of the tap or out of a well from the ground, you don't know how much nutrients contains this water. So what happens when you refill your schwimmteich with that water out of a well or out of the tap? Nutrients get into your water. That's maybe in balance, hopefully in balance and clear. And of course, the algae are hungry, and when this fresh water, fresh nutrients run into the water, the schwimmteich can get green and turbid. And that's why you should use the rain rather than other water to refill. But for those countries that don't have much rain, what could you do? I mean, I think especially nowadays when water gets rare everywhere and any time, it's maybe advisable to build a cistern, a water to build something to collect the water, the rainwater, and then filter it and put it into your teich. That's what I would do if I were living in a country without rain. What is the point of time that you must think of a refill? You know all those bags that you used when you constructed your schwimmteich, the gravel bags? They should always be wet. So as soon as you see, oh, the water sinks, the gravel bags get dry, then is the time that you maybe have to do a refill, especially if you know that there won't be rain for the next weeks. But if the weather forecast tells you in a few days there will be a lot of rain, it's better to wait. We would advise to wait. Let's have a look around to show you how dry it is. And I can also show you something about digging, because now that the water level sinks so much, you can see that our stepping stone step is not leveled right. It's on this side, you can see all the stones, all the stepping stones are dry. That means that the level of the digging was higher than in the other spots, a little bit too high. It doesn't matter at all. It's just that the gravel bags will get dry before the others. As you see here, the water is not clear as glass at the moment. Last year we didn't have a turbidity at all. This year you see it's a little bit foggy, it's turbid. So that's probably because of the extreme heat we have at the moment, and because I did the cleaning 2 weeks ago, and the stuff that I rinsed out, we haven't pumped it out because of the lack of water. We don't want to do the pumping now, the suction, if the water level is already quite low. So you see all those stones are already dry. Which doesn't matter. And here you see these bags, gravel bags. So once the water level sinks below the stones and the gravel bags would get dry, then you should think about a refill. Okay? And if you do a refill, please keep in mind it's always better to fill it up at once again, and not this week a little bit, next week a little bit, and then maybe the week after another little bit. Every time new water mixes with the remaining water, it's always like an intrusion, and the water has to cope with this new situation. So it's better for your schwimmteich that he can cope with the new situation once and not every week. That's an advice we can give you. So I hope that this video helped you to decide if you want to do a refill or not. The Teichdoctor himself always says, wait for the rain, don't refill any water. So I hope that we could help with your decision, and we wish you a few beautiful hot summer days at your schwimmteich. Keep happy.